So hello everyone, I'm Blessy Araso and today I'm going to share with you and explain to you kung paano ko nakuha or paano ko nagawa yung code na ibinigay sa amin ng aming major teacher using a C# language. So first one, let us first pupunta muna tayo sa unang activity. So the first activity will be the variables and data types. So the first activity, sabi dito is write a program that prompts the user to enter their first name, last name, and age, store these in appropriate variables, and display a greeting message including their full name and age. So, dito lang naman, simple lang naman siya. Actually, so, the first one, so, tataka kayo is, dito using system, namespace, and the class program. So, iisa-isahin natin yan. So, the first one would be the using system. So, para saan nga ba ang using system? So, ayun. Sabi dito, ang purpose niya is, this line imports a system namespace which contains fundamental classes and types used in C# applications. The next one would be the namespace. So, the namespace, sabi dito, ang purpose niya is that it is created to organize the code and prevent naming conflicts. The next one would be the class program. So, dito naman, the class definition naman is that ang purpose niya is, it is the entry point for the application sa gagawin natin. So, after that will be the static void main. So, the static void main naman, so ang purpose niya is, it is the starting point of the program. So, yun. After natin ma-explain yung mga yun, is natako na tayo sa pag-i-input natin. So, yun, kung makikita nyo nakalagay dito is console.write your first name. So, let us first know, ano nga ba yung purpose ng console.write? So, ang sabi dito, it displays a prompt asking the user to enter the name, the first name. So, yun. After that, so, meron na kayong makikita ditong, so, string. So, ang string guys, is ginagamit siya kapag mga name. Yan, sa mga name. Like, yan, first name, last name, or kung ano mang name yan. So, yun. Nakalagay naman dito is, string first name is equals to console.readLine. So, ang purpose naman ng console.readLine is that it reads the user's input as a string. So, ayun, ganun lang din yung mag-game process kapag tatawagin natin yung last name. So, ganun lang din. So, string last name is equals console.readLine. So, after that, is, ang gagawin naman natin is, kukuhanin naman natin yung age. So, paano ba natin makukuha yung age? So, paano ba tayo makapag-type ng age? So, ang nakalagay dito is the console.write my age, and yun nga, kapag number ang pinag-uusapan is gagamit tayo ng int, which is the integer. So, ang nakalagay dito is int parse console.readLine. So, ang purpose naman nito guys is that it converts the input string representing the age to an integer and stores it in the age variable. So, ayun yung way para ayun yung mga ginagamit para magtawag ng number or ng age. So, ito naman. So, kung makikita nyo dito, is nakalagay na dito is yung output. So, para makuha natin yung output na gusto natin. So, ganito lang siya guys. So, yan. Hello. Console.writeLine. So, nakalagay dito is, hello, my name is plus first name plus last name plus I'm plus age plus years old. So, ang kakalabasan niya is ganito guys. So, irara na natin siya. So, yun, your first name. So, type lang tayo dito ng, my first name is Blessy. My second name is Ara. My last name is definitely Araso. And my age is, I'm 18 years old. So, the output would be, hello, my name is Blessy Araso. I'm 18 years old. So, yun, dako naman po tayo sa activity 2. Ang sabi naman dito is, write a program that calculates the area of a circle. Ask the user to input the radius and store the result in a double variable. Use the formula area is equal by multiplied by the radius squared. So yun, the first one would be, so na-explain ko na sa inyo yung using system, class program, namespace, so ngayon naman ay dako na tayo sa pag-i-input. So, gawin natin yung activity. So, dito. So, yun nga guys. So, we're going to input na. So, nakalagay dito is console.write enter the radius of a circle. So, after that, is gagamit tayo ng double. So, nakalagay dito. So, it converts the input string to a double precision floating point number and stores it in the reduce variable. So, yun yung magiging process. And after that, would be the calculation. The calculation, so, ang magiging calculation dito is the double area is equals to math.pi multiply math.po reduce squared. So, yun, ang purpose niya, guys, is that yung math pi, yun, it represents the mathematical constant pi. So, approximately, it is 3.14 something. Tapos, yun namang math po is, it represents the math po radius squared. So, yun, it calculates the square of the radius raised to the power of 2. The result is stored in the area variable. So, yun naman. After that, syempre, yun nga, punta na tayo sa magiging output. Yun nga pala guys, hindi ko nasabi sa inyo kanina. Ang ginagawa, or ang nagiging purpose ng output is like, yung makikita nyo like, for example this, what? The area of the circle with radius is area. So, ang ginagawa niya is, parang kino-combine niya para magsama-sama sila sa kung ano yung gusto nyong maging kalabasan ng output nyo is doon nyo siya tatawagin dito sa console.write line para matawag, para ayun yung kung ano yung gusto nyo kalabasan sa output, dito nyo siya gagawin. So, yun. After that, so yun, i-run na natin ito. Yun nga, enter the radius of the circle. So, yun guys. So, like for example, ang radius ng circle, so makikita tayo, 10. So, yun, the area of the circle with radius 10 is 314.1592 and so on. So, ganun lang, kinakalculate lang niya yung kung ano yung area ng circle. So, yun lang. Thank you for watching.
So, ngayon, i-explain ko kung paano ginawa yung pinapagawa ng prof namin na operators activity 1, write a program that takes two integers as input from the user and perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Display the results of each operation. So, yung activity 1 muna ang explain ko. At ito yung ginawa ko dito. So, dito sa may naka-highlight, yan yung code para lumabas siya. Enter the first integer. Pag niran nyo yung code, yan lalabas yan, dalawang yan. Diyan yung ilalagay yung integer na i-compute nung mismong code ng addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Dito sa pangalawa, dito naman yung operation ng code na para sa addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Ayun yung kung paano na mako-compute nung code yung nilagay yung integer dun sa unan yung ginawa. So, ang ginamit ko yung statement is if-else division para malaman yung kung true or false yung statement dito. And ginamit ko dito yung data type is double kasi if integer yung ginamit ko, wala siyang decimal point na kasama. And since division to, ang gagawin dito, kailangan dito ng may mga decimal point. Kaya double yung ginamit ko. And dito naman sa last part yung sa result ng computation ng addition, subtraction, multiplication, at division. Diyan nalalabas yung mga ginawang computation ng code. And ito yung example, papakita ko doon sa last. So, ayun yung output ng code. And magta-type tayo dito ng number na lagay natin 65 tsaka then enter. Tapos lalabas yung enter the second integer. Lagay naman natin is 56. Ayan, lumabas na yung code. Yung output. So, ayun yung para dun sa code ng operators activity 1. And ngayon, ipapaliwanag ko naman yung ginawa kong code para sa operators na pinagawa ni Sir sa activity 2. Dito sa first na naka-highlight, ito kinode ko yung enter a number, which is lalabas yung pagka niran yung code. Diyan tayo maglalagay ng integer na ihanapin natin, titingnan natin kung even or odd siya. Dito is gamit tayo ng if else, and dito is para malaman natin kung even or odd yung i-input natin number dun sa pag niran yung itong code na to. And testing natin yan kung nagana ba talaga itong code na to. Para sa output sa activity 2 sa operators, ito yung testing natin. Maglalagay tayo ng number 7. Then enter natin. 7 is an odd number. Yung lalabas din.